Hello dear students, Namaste. How are you all? Hope all of you are well. Actually, in the previous video of the thermodynamics lecture 2, we have discussed about the external pressure, means work done on the system, as the applications of work on the system, how the work implies on the system, and then we have calculated our especially about the reversible work and irreversible work, right? And the main things which we are going to discuss in this topic especially is about the enthalpy, but let us do the revision of the lecture 1 and lecture 2. In the lecture 1 we have discussed about the system, surrounding, and the types of surrounding, the types of system, as I have already told you: open system, closed system, isolated gaseous system. And after that we have discussed about the state functions as the temperature, pressure and volume. After that I have discussed about the first law of thermodynamics. In the next video, in the lecture 2, I have discussed about the few important things, that internal energy, how you will do, means calculate the internal energy when the work is done, how you will calculate the heat when the work is done. So the main state functions in the lecture 2 was especially about the external pressure, about the work, reversible and irreversible, and finally after completing this all the things in the lecture 2, as already you can see here, the work done is equal to minus volume initial to volume final, pressure external into dV, and finally we have got the value, that is minus 2.303 nRT log V final upon V initial. And for the isothermal conditions were there, that Q is equal to minus W, this work done, that was P external into V final minus V initial, that was also equal to 2.303 nRT log V final upon V initial. And for the adiabatic process, the internal energy delta U was equal to work adiabatic. A useful new state functions in this topic we are going to generally discuss, that is enthalpy. Can anybody tell me what is enthalpy? Have you ever heard about the word enthalpy, or it is new for you? So whenever you think that today we are going to discuss something new, you must at least stop or pause for a while and let's discuss enthalpy. So before starting the enthalpy, you must know about the system, that which type of work is done on the system, right? So here, as you know very well, whenever in any system work is done, what happens? Can you tell me? See, just I want to tell you, whenever you are taking the volume constant, right? Whenever you are taking the volume constant, either heat is absorbed or evolved. Just suppose in the system, this is a closed system. In this closed system, the volume is constant. What is the volume? Volume is constant. Okay? So what will happen about the internal energy when the volume is constant? That will be delta U is equal to QV. The heat is supplied on the system with a constant volume. The heat is supplied on the system, means heat has gone from surrounding to the system at the constant volume. At constant volume. So when the heat has been supplied in the system at the constant volume, that time the internal energy formula delta U is equal to QV. Right or not? Yes. Now you understood about here delta U is equal to QV. Why? Can you tell me why? But in most of the chemical reactions or this, as I have told you, the volume increases or decreases, right? In most of the cases or most of the chemical reactions also, the volume can be increased also and it can be decreased also. So that time we can't say that we can take this as a constant volume, but in the flask or test tube under the constant atmospheric pressure, we need to define another state of function. Definitely we have to, right? If we have to define, then what will happen? Means you can say at a constant pressure. at the constant pressure, what will be the happen? You know very well it is not possible at the constant volume, because as you supply the heat, the volume definitely it will increase or decrease. But here as a new functions, if we are taking about the constant pressure, then what will be the value of delta U, can you tell me? As we are taking to the constant pressure, whatever the heat we have supplied at the constant pressure, and pressure has been changed, P delta V, right? Are you understanding or not? What will happen here? First of all, as I have told you, at the constant heat, what had happened at the constant heat? Delta U is equal to QV, equation number 1, at the constant pressure. Why at the constant pressure QP minus P delta V? You can ask me here. Because whatever the heat I have supplied, pressure was constant. The volume can be changed. As already you know, in the ideal gas equation, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Right? Right or not? Yes. So here delta U is equal to QP minus P delta. Now, after understanding this concept, you know very well, there will be change in internal energy. As earlier it was U1 or U2, whatever you can say, there will be change in internal energy. Delta U. Can we write delta U in the sense of U2 minus U1? Can we write to delta U in the sense of U2 minus U1? And can we write this delta V in the sense of V2 minus V1 or not? Definitely we can write. So U2 minus U1 is equal to QP minus PV2 plus PV1, right? Now leave this QP this side and take these all the things here. U2 plus PV2, here it was minus, as it came this side it became plus. This was plus, so as it will come here, so it will also become minus. Just suppose minus U1 minus PV1 is equal to QP. Can we write this thing or not? Definitely U2, this was minus, came this side, it became plus, it was minus, plus was this side, it came this side, it became minus. So QP is equal to U2 plus PV2, and if we take minus common, so U1 plus PV1. Can we write this thing? Yes or no? Can we write this thing? Yes or no? Just check it. Can we write it or not? As you have seen here, as whatever the things I have done, you have to just go through that. So, after understanding this concept, what do you think about the QP? Can you tell me? Here the new thermodynamic term called enthalpy. Enthalpy means the warmth or heat content. It is a Greek word, enthalpian. Well, now you can ask me, sir, what is this enthalpy? Enthalpy? Nothing else. Whatever the heat or warmth has been supplied from here, QP is equal to U2 plus PV2 minus U1 plus PV1. So we are just writing in the terms of here heat enthalpy, the warm heat enthalpy denoted by H. So H is equal to U plus PV. Why U plus PV? Can you tell me? Why U plus PV? Because here you can see. Here you can see. So you can say here that H is equal to U plus PV. The formula of heat enthalpy according to this equation, you can write H is equal to U plus PV. Can you write it or not? Q is a path dependent function. H is a state function, that's called heat enthalpy. Just like a pressure, just like a temperature, just like a volume, here H is also a state function. What is H? H is a state function. So here, after understanding the concept, now U plus P delta V, U plus P delta V, U plus P delta V. So can you tell this that H2 minus H1, U plus P delta V is H, right? And here you can see the QP is U2 plus P V2 and minus U1 plus P V1, right? So can we write here as this is equal to H2 and here as this can we write H1? So what will be H2 minus H1? It will be equal to delta H. Delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Can you write this thing or not? Just tell me that. Can you write this thing? And this is your heat enthalpy. Nothing else. What is this? This is your heat enthalpy. Am I right? So instead of this H2 minus H1, can we write here delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V? Can we write? Here we have just put in this equation because we have seen here QP was U2 plus PV2 minus U1 plus PV1. So instead of this U2 plus PV2 we have written the H2 and here H1. So you can say delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. So here delta H is equal to U delta U plus P delta V. As you have understood the concept about this, now you can ask me, sir, here pressure is constant or not? Definitely, here pressure is constant. See, these all the things is about a closed system. Whenever I talk about that heat is absorbed or evolved. Now question is, evolved will be there in the open system. But if I talk about in the closed system, the heat is involved. And after involving the heat, there will be changes in the pressure, there will be changes in the volume. So according to these changes, as you can see, the internal energy has also been changed and the internal energy has introduced a new state function called heat enthalpy. Delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Have you got it? Yes or no? Yes, you have got it. After understanding this concept, now you can ask me, sir, here you have written QP is equal to H2 minus H1. So can you write delta H is equal to QP? Yes or no? You can ask me, sir, can you write this thing? Yes, we can write. What is QP? That is the heat at constant pressure, nothing else. The heat is supplied into the system at constant pressure. So delta H is equal to QP. Can we write this thing or not? And delta H, right now only I have written you delta U plus P delta V. So as, now you can ask me, sir, what will be the value of delta H? It will be positive, negative, endothermic, exothermic. So remember dear student, when delta H is equal to QP, heat is absorbed by the system at constant pressure. Heat is absorbed by the system at a constant pressure. Delta H is equal to QP means heat is absorbed by the system at constant pressure. Remember this word. Whenever anybody will ask you, you can say here delta H means heat enthalpy that is equal to QP at constant pressure and temperature. So here as you have seen, now delta H value can be negative also and positive. Now you can ask me, sir, how delta H value will be negative and how delta H value will be positive. You can ask me here the question. I can tell you the answer how that will be. When the heat is evolved means when the heat is gone out of the system, then the value of delta H will be negative. That is exothermic reaction. What is the meaning of exothermic and endothermic reaction? A reaction in which heat is involved. Involved means it has entered into the chemical reaction. That is called endothermic. And a reaction in which heat is evolved, it has gone outside, that is called exothermic. So whenever the heat has gone out of the system, the value of enthalpy will be negative, and whenever the heat has taken inside the system, that time the value of heat enthalpy will be positive. Is there any doubt? Here there is one more thing which I am going to teach you, that is at constant volume what will be the value of delta H? Yes, at constant volume the value of delta H is equal to delta U. Remember, wise up. when the constant volume is there, so whatever the internal energy is there, the same entropy is going to be. Because here you know very well, QV means heat is supplied at a constant volume. So here remember, when the volume is constant, that time the value of heat enthalpy delta H is equal to delta U, that is equal to QV. So this was our system called heat enthalpy. Hope all of you understand. If you want to take a screenshot, then you can definitely take a screenshot. After that, we will move towards a new, that means ideal gas equation. Through that, we will compare it. Now, I just want to say something. See, this is a water bottle. In this water bottle, the volume of water, you can see here, the volume of water is still here. Temperature and pressure, whatever it is there, it is inside it. Constant temperature, constant pressure. But if I increase the temperature, what will happen? Means from here, if I increase the temperature, the water level volume will also increase. The pressure of the atoms and molecules will also increase. Now question, as it has been increased, the amount of heat has transferred into the system. The volume was constant, then the heat enthalpy will be delta H is equal to internal energy. कहने का मतलब जितना इस बोतल में जो भी वाटर अमाउंट है, जो उनके एटम्स एंड मॉलिक्यूल्स है, उसमें जो भी एनर्जी है उनके कॉम्बिनेशंस का, ये कांस्टेंट प्रेशर पर, कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम पर इसके एनर्जी में कोई चेंजेस नहीं आएगा। अगर आप इसको ऐसे ही छोड़ दोगे तो क्या कोई चेंजेस आएगा? देयर विल बी नो चेंजेस। ऐसा का ऐसा ही रहेगा, कभी ना तो पानी बढ़ेगा ना। हाँ, इसके अंदर हमने प्रेशर को अप्लाई किया, प्रेशर इंक्रीज किया या प्रेशर डिक्रीज किया, तो आप देख लीजिए यहाँ पर U प्लस PV2 माइनस U प्लस PV1 हो जाएगा। तो ये जो आपका हीट इंथैल्पी जो इंट्रोड्यूस्ड हुआ है, देखो किसी भी चीज को जब तक आप लाइफ से नहीं जोड़ोगे ना, मींस यू हैव टू कोरिलेट विद योर, देन ओनली यू आर गोइंग टू गो अहेड। जब तक किसी भी चीज को कंपेयर नहीं करोगे, मतलब ऐसे ही डायरेक्टली नहीं बन सकते आगे कि मतलब ऐसा हो गया ऐसा हो गया। अब मान लो यहाँ पर जो सिस्टम था आइडियल गैस इक्वेशन से PV इज इक्वल टू nRT, जो स्टार्टिंग में अगर हमने A एटम्स या A वॉल्यूम के लिए लिया था तो PVA इज इक्वल टू NaRT हो जाएगा। बाद में जो चेंजेस हुआ तो वो PVB हो जाएगा, PV स्मॉल b इज इक्वल टू NBRT हो जाएगा। चलिए मैं वो आपको लिख करके दिखाता हूँ। तो सबसे पहले बताइए आइडियल गैस इक्वेशन क्या है? सब लोगों को पता है ना, स्टेट्स ऑफ मैटर में हमने पढ़ा था आइडियल गैस इक्वेशन। PV इज इक्वल टू nRT, ये हमारा आइडियल गैस इक्वेशन है ना। अब मान लो A मॉलिक्यूल्स के लिए क्या हो जाएगा? PVA इज इक्वल टू NaRT होगा या नहीं होगा? क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट। अगर हम B के लिए करेंगे तो PVB NBRT, ये होगा कि नहीं होगा? पहले ये बताओ, अगर होगा या नहीं होगा, जो भी होगा आपके मन से आप बताएं मुझे, ये होगा या नहीं। अब आप मुझे पूछोगे कि सर इसमें मतलब चेंजेस क्या कर रहे हो, मतलब हुआ क्या, क्या हुआ नहीं, आप पूछ सकते हो। जिस समय जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, इसमें कुछ देर पहले इसमें कुछ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स थे, सारे वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स गायब, तो मान लो इसका वॉल्यूम वीवी हो गया। तो अब जो है चेंजेस आप बोलोगे कि सर दोनों में चेंजेस क्या हुआ है, यू कैन आस्क मी हियर, सो व्हाट आर द चेंजेस, आई विल टेल यू नाउ। 1 माइनस 2, इक्वेशन 1 को 2 से माइनस करो तो क्या हो जाएगा, PVA माइनस PVB इज इक्वल टू NART माइनस NBRT। अब बोलोगे सर दोनों में प्रेशर तो कॉमन है, राइट, VA माइनस VB, इस दोनों में भी RT कॉमन है तो NA माइनस NB। अब ये VA माइनस V को क्या तुम डेल्टा V लिख सकते हो या नहीं लिख सकते, पहले ये बताओ, VA माइनस VB को क्या लिख सकते हो या नहीं लिख सकते हो? हाँ, अगर मान लो तुम्हारा ये बड़ा होगा तो तुम लोग सेकेंड माइनस 1 कर सकते हो, राइट। ऐसा मत सोचना कि क्वेश्चन ये है कि प्रेशर बढ़ा है या घटा है, तो जैसे हम लोगों ने वर्क डन रिवर्सिबल और इरिवर्सिबल में याद है तुम लोगों को, इंटीग्रेशन में माइनस P एक्सटर्नल हम लोग लिखते थे, उसी तरह से अगर मान लो तुम लोगों के दिमाग में चल रहा होगा कि सर वॉल्यूम बढ़ेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम, जस्ट कंपेयर, अगर तुम्हारे दिमाग में ऐसा चल रहा है, नॉट एन इशू फॉर दैट आल्सो, आई कैन जस्ट चेंज दिस कि सर ये वॉल्यूम बढ़ रहा है तो क्या हम इसको ऐसे कर सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली कर सकते हो, PVB माइनस PVA इज इक्वल टू NBRT माइनस NART, हो गया, प्रेशर कॉमन है, PVB माइनस VA इज इक्वल टू NB माइनस NART, यही चाह रहे थे ना तुम। तो एक्चुअली होता क्या है, कंसेप्ट समझना होता है कि आपकी रिवर्सिबल है, इरिवर्सिबल है, हीट चेंजेस है, हीट इंथैल्पी, ये सब दिमाग में आपको लेकर के चलना है, राइट। अब मुझे ये बताओ, क्या हम इसके बदले VB माइनस VA के बदले डेल्टा V लिख सकते हैं या नहीं लिख सकते हैं, और NB माइनस NA के बदले हम लोग डेल्टा N लिख सकते हैं या नहीं लिख सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली लिख सकते हैं। अब आपको करना क्या है, कुछ नहीं करना है, ये VB माइनस VA के बदले P डेल्टा V इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा N, यहां पर गैस लगा दूंगा, पूछोगे सर गैस क्यों लगाएंगे, राइट, यहां पर पूछ सकते हो तुम मुझे कि सर ये डेल्टा N के नीचे में G हमने क्यों लगाया है, ये G जो है नंबर ऑफ मोल्स गैसियस प्रोडक्ट्स में है इसलिए लगाया। ऑलवेज रिमेंबर द वर्ड, द G रिप्रेजेंट द गैसियस प्रोडक्ट्स। अब तुमको पता चल गया गैसियस प्रोडक्ट में से हमने किसको माइनस किया है, गैसियस रिएक्टेंट्स को, इसीलिए डेल्टा G हो गया। अब यहां पर जो हमारा हीट इंथैल्पी वाला इक्वेशन था, डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस P डेल्टा V, याद करो अभी जस्ट मैंने लिखा था हीट इंथैल्पी का इक्वेशन डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस P डेल्टा V, मैंने लिखा था डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस P डेल्टा V। अब P डेल्टा V के बदले हम लोग ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, दैट इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस डेल्टा NGRT, लिख सकते हैं या नहीं लिख सकते बताइए। ये जस्ट आप इससे प्रीवियस मैंने बोर्ड पे लिखा था हीट इंथैल्पी के बारे में, वहां पर मैंने लिखा था डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस P डेल्टा V, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट व्हाट आई हैव रिटन डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस डेल्टा NRT। तो ये जो है आपका डेल्टा H और डेल्टा U को कैलकुलेट करने में ये इक्वेशंस आपको हेल्पफुल होंगी। यहाँ पर एक हम लोग NCERT का न्यूमेरिकल्स बनाएंगे और उसके बाद समझेंगे ये कहाँ पे हेल्पफुल है। आपके NCERT में प्रॉब्लम 6.5 में दिया हुआ है, इफ वाटर वेपर इज एज्यूम्ड टू बी परफेक्ट गैस, molar enthalpy change for vaporization of 1 mole of water at 1 bar and 100 degree Celsius is 41 kilojoule per mole. Calculate the internal energy change, मतलब डेल्टा U आपको निकालना है, when 1 mole of water is vaporized at 1 bar pressure and 100 degree Celsius, 1 mole of water is converted into ice। दो ही क्वेश्चन है, तो आपको बस सीधा सीधी क्वेश्चन में जो जो दिया है वो लिख लीजिए, ठीक है। जो जो क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है उसको सबसे पहले आपको लिख लेना है, और लिखने के बाद आप फॉर्मूला वही है डेल्टा H इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा U प्लस डेल्टा NgRT। क्वेश्चन है आपका H2O गैस से H2O लिक्विड बनाते, ठीक है, ये आपका क्वेश्चन है। ये सीधा सीधी रखना, ये आपका क्या है, क्वेश्चन है। इस क्वेश्चन में आपका वैल्यू दिया हुआ है, डेल्टा यू का वैल्यू दिया हुआ है, कितना दिया है, 41 किलो जूल पर मोल, 1 बार प्रेशर और 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस, ये सारी चीजें आपके पास दी हुई। तो डेल्टा यू इज इक्वल टू हो जाएगा 41 किलो जूल पर मोल इंटू 8.3 जूल पर मोल पर केल्विन इंटू 371। मतलब सीधा सीधी समझ जाओ, 41 किलो जूल पर मोल में से -1 इंटू 8.3 इंटू 373, मतलब डेल्टा यू का फॉर्मूला निकालोगे तो सबसे पहले यहां पर ये फॉर्मूला निकालो, ये वाला जो मैंने फॉर्मूला लिखा है, डेल्टा एच इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा यू माइनस NgRT, राइट। सो देयरफॉर डेल्टा यू इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा एच प्लस NgRT। डेल्टा एच નું વેલ્યુ છે આપણા બુકમાં કેટલા, રાઈટ, oh sorry, you can ask me sir, here it was plus, sorry, see I have just taken a mistake here, delta H plus delta NgRT, so here it will be delta H minus delta NgRT, and the delta H value is 41 kilojoule per mole, so 41.00 kilojoule per mole, and N is, the value of N is 1 mole, the value of R is 83, right। याद करो, मैंने बताया भी था आपको 8.3 जूल पर मोल पर केल्विन हम लोग लिखते हैं R की वैल्यू, राइट, और T की वैल्यू 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस है, 273 प्लस 100 दैट इज 373। तो ये कितना हो जाएगा, 41 किलो जूल पर मोल माइनस 8.3 इंटू 373 को मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो ये हो जाएगा 3.096 किलो जूल पर मोल, ठीक है। 41 में से 3.096 माइनस करोगे तो आपका वैल्यू कितना आएगा, 37.904 किलो जूल। अब मुझसे पूछेगा कि सर ये है क्या, आप पूछ सकते हो ना। देखो बच्चों, दिमाग बस इतना ही रखना है, जो क्वेश्चन दिया था उस क्वेश्चन में हमको डेल्टा यू निकालना था, इंटरनल एनर्जी निकालना था, जिसमें डेल्टा एच की वैल्यू दी हुई थी, हीट इंथैल्पी दी हुई थी, नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ गैसेस दिया हुआ था, आर का वैल्यू हमें पता है और टेंपरेचर केल्विन में है, 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस दिया था, उसको हमने कन्वर्ट कर दिया। इसका एक और क्वेश्चन है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 था, 1 मोल ऑफ वाटर इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू आइस। ये तुमने गैस से लिक्विड बनाया, अब तुमको लिक्विड से आइस बनाना है। सेम क्वेश्चन है, कुछ अलग नहीं है, बस खाली लिक्विड से क्या करना है, आइस बनाना है, मतलब सॉलिड बनाना है। तो क्या होगा, चेंज इन वॉल्यूम, दैट इज नेग्लिजिबल चेंज इन वॉल्यूम, मतलब जितना पानी है उतने का ही बर्फ बनेगा, राइट। तो अब जो है तुमको लिक्विड से क्या करना है, आइस बनाना है, मतलब ये यहाँ पे लिक्विड और ये यहाँ पे सॉलिड, राइट। ये यहाँ पे लिक्विड और ये यहाँ पे सॉलिड। क्या होता है फॉर्मूला, अभी जस्ट मैंने लिखा था, E डेल्टा V इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा H माइनस डेल्टा N RT। क्यों, अब तुमको पूछ सकते हो कि सर यहाँ पर वॉल्यूम में तो चेंजेस होगा नहीं, क्योंकि जितना लिक्विड उतना इनका सॉलिड बनने वाला है, तो वहां पर बस एक ही फॉर्मूला लगाना है, P डेल्टा V इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा NgRT। P डेल्टा V is equal to delta NgRT। अब पूछोगे सर यहाँ पे क्यों डेल्टा NgRT, भाई साहब यहाँ पर डेल्टा NgRT भी इक्वल टू 0 हो जाए। पूछो क्यों, वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट है, वॉल्यूम जब कांस्टेंट तो भाई साहब क्या होगा, वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट तो 0 ही आएगा ना, वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट इतना 0। अब मुझे पूछोगे सर फिर इसका जो आप इंटरनल एनर्जी बोल रहे थे और हीट ऑफ इंथैल्पी, अरे कुछ नहीं, ये अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल होगा। ओके, सो डेल्टा यू विल बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली, तो जितना तुम्हारा उसमें वैल्यू आया था से डेल्टा यू इज इक्वल टू 41.000 किलोजूल पर, ओके, गॉट इट, यस और नो? I hope all of you have understand. Yes. So here if I give you the same question, बस कुछ खाली आपका वैल्यूज में चेंज करूंगा तो क्या आप लोग बना पाओगे? तो सेम थिंग है, कुछ नहीं है, बस डेल्टा एच की वैल्यू और डेल्टा एन की वैल्यू मैं चेंज कर रहा हूं, ओके? डेल्टा एच इज इक्वल टू 50 किलोजूल पर मोल, ओके, एंड डेल्टा एन इज इक्वल टू 3 मोल. So here as we have seen that we have changed the equation. After changing the equation, can you directly put the value at 100 degrees Celsius also? Temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, okay? So what you will do? Can you tell me what will be the value of delta U here? If I give you the same question, can you calculate it or not? Here as you have seen, same question, nothing else. Now you have to just calculate these things into the terms of solid to liquid. Liquid, gaseous to liquid, not solid to liquid, it is gaseous to liquid. Okay, same question, you know very well. Delta H is equal to, what is the value of delta H is equal to? Delta U plus NGRT. So what will be the value of delta U? Delta H minus NGRT. Delta H value is 50 kilojoule per mole, right? Minus N value is 3 mole. R value, what was the value of R? Can you tell me? Anyone has remembered? What is the value of that universal gas constant R value? 8.3 joule. 8.3 joule per mole per kg, and into 100 degrees Celsius means 373. So bus we have to just put the value as it was in the usual equation, and after that you can calculate the value of delta U. If you don't know how to multiply, that also I can show you. It's very easy, not too tough. Just remember the formula and how to put the formula in the equation. So here delta U is equal to 50 minus 3 8s are 24, right? 3 8s are 24. Here that was, means whatever the value we have got earlier, that was 3.096 into 3. What we have to do? Because here instead of n there is 3. So very nice, not an issue. So 6 3s are 18 and 3s are 28. 9.288. 9.288 kilojoule per mole. So here 10 minus 8 2, 9 minus 8 1, 9 minus 2 7, and here 9 minus 0, 40.712. Delta U is always, what will be the SI unit? Can you tell me what will be the SI unit of delta U? That will be kilojoule per mole. What will be the SI unit? Kilojoule per mole. So as I hope that this type of question you can easily clarify, because you know the formula, and after knowing the formula you can easily put it and you can easily calculate it, right? There will be new term, extensive and intensive system. कभी सुना ये word extensive and intensive system? I hope that this, I think that I should teach you in the next session, because this will be directly related with the relationship of CP and CV. That is a very great thing and very important thing. CP and CV as a heat capacity. These are all the things we will discuss in the next video. Actually in this video I am giving you some of the questions that you should solve at your home. Okay? So here I am giving you some of the questions just like that. So you can do practice at your home and easily the same things I am giving you, nothing else. I am not changing anything, I am just changing the values. So you can get specific values and you can calculate and you will be interested in the numericals. So what I am doing you, I am giving you delta H value of the same equation, H2O gaseous from gaseous to liquid. Okay? You have to calculate delta U value. I am giving you delta H and number of moles and temperature. Okay? Delta H is equal to 60 kilojoule per mole. N is equal to 2 molecules and temperature is 23 degrees Celsius. Okay? Second one, delta H is equal to 90 kilojoule per mole. Ng is equal to number of gas is equal to 7 mole and temperature is equal to 31 degrees Celsius. Okay? Third one, delta H is equal to 10 kilojoule per mole. Delta N is equal to 1 and temperature is equal to 7 degrees Celsius. Fourth one, delta H 17 kilojoule per mole, number of gas 7 and T 7 degrees Celsius. Okay? And the last question, fifth one, delta H is equal to 30 kilojoule per mole, Ng is equal to 17 mole and T is equal to 17 degrees Celsius. So here, as you have seen, 5 questions I have given. You have to solve this 5 questions according to the same formula. As you will do the practice, definitely you are going to learn something new. See, in this video what we have done, we have just learned heat enthalpy. And heat enthalpy uses, how to use heat enthalpy, where it is used, internal energy changes, and rest of the things we have learned in this video. Ideal gas equation, how we can calculate, if here, yeah, sometimes if I give you delta U value also. Okay, just one question that I can give you delta U value. Delta U is equal to 67.232 kilojoule per mole. N is equal to 7 mole. Okay, and temperature is equal to 33 degrees Celsius, and you have to calculate the value of delta N. Will you be able to calculate this value? So take total 6 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are total 6 questions, and I hope that you can easily calculate this, all the 6 questions, because it's not too much hard as you are thinking. Just you have to use the formula. According to the formula, you can easily calculate either heat enthalpy or internal energy. See, this whole chapter is specially belongs to the internal energy. मतलब पूरा का पूरा थर्मोडायनामिक्स सिर्फ और सिर्फ एनर्जी पर काम करता है, और यही एनर्जी एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन ने क्वांटम केमिस्ट्री में यूज किया, स्क्रॉडिंजर वेव इक्वेशन में यूज किया स्क्रॉडिंजर ने, और मैक्सवेल प्लैंक क्वांटम थ्योरी में उसने भी यूज किया था। तो पूरा का पूरा खेल जो है ना एनर्जी का होता है, और ये एनर्जी वही हीट एनर्जी, कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम पे ले लो, कांस्टेंट टेम्परेचर पे ले लो, कांस्टेंट प्रेशर पे ले लो, कितना हीट इन्वॉल्व होगा, कितना हीट इवॉल्व होगा, Q की वैल्यू क्या होगी, डेल्टा U की वैल्यू क्या होगी, डेल्टा H की वैल्यू क्या होगी, यही सारी चीजें हमें थर्मोडायनामिक्स में पढ़ना है। आशा करता हूँ सब लोगों को जो भी मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ, चाहे वो लेक्चर 1 हो, लेक्चर 2 हो या लेक्चर 3, जो भी पढ़ रहे हो आप उसका नोट बनाओ, और नोट बनाने के साथ जो भी एक्सरसाइज रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस है उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो। नहीं होता है गूगल से नोट्स डाउनलोड करो और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो। आशा करता हूँ आप लोगों को ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा, और अगर अच्छा लगा होगा then don't forget to like and subscribe the channel, share this video with your friends and they can be also benefited। अगर किसी भी चैप्टर का तुम्हें कोई भी टॉपिक नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो मेरा चैनल ओपन करके you have to just click on my channel, just go in the playlist option, in the playlist option class 11 chemistry, there are more than 150 videos in the class 11 chemistry from first chapter to the sixth chapters. Whatever the things you don't know, just click on that. If you want, you have not seen chapter 5 videos, you can just go through that also. You can see all the chapter 5 videos. If you want any exercise solution, that also I have uploaded, either it is of chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right now it's running off chapter 6. So as we'll complete this chapter, then also I'll give you the chapter 6 NCERT solution. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Hope all of you have enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.